What is up, Blind Guardian fans? Welcome to my studio, my Kia Niro. And today I want to talk about Lucifer's Heritage Symphonies of Doom demo. Funny thing is, they've actually had two demos, Symphonies of Doom and Battalions of Fear. But the one that's more interesting to me is Symphonies of Doom, mainly because there's some actual previously unreleased songs on there, 4 of them to be exact, but there's 5 songs altogether. And I'm going to also talk about this little interesting CD I got here. I think this is a bootleg thing. I don't really understand the legitimacy of this CD, but I remember it was on eBay in the early 2000s, like around 2004, 2005, and I always wanted it, never got it. Ended up finding it in a local CD store up in Indianapolis. I don't know why, it would just happen to be there, and I'm like, oh my god, I have to buy it. But and it's actually called Blind Guardian's Legendary Songs, which, funny enough, it has the Symphonies of Doom demo on it from 1986 and some live stuff, some live cover songs from Demons and Wizards, and it's just a weird CD. But yeah, it's just got like some extra demo stuff on it and whatever. But mainly I wanted this because of the Lucifer's Heritage stuff. But honestly, it's kind of rough sounding on this CD. If you really want to enjoy the songs like the best way, get the Battalions of Fear remaster. It includes it, and those tracks are remastered as well. They sound a lot better. So the question is it good? Is it listenable? Should it be forgotten? Well, let's talk about it. So Symphonies of Doom, the order of the songs on this, it starts with Halloween, which Halloween is just a much slower, more boring version of Wizard's Crown. Wizard's Crown is better because it's more of a speed metal song. It works so much better that way. So yeah, I don't know. So I kind of skipped that one off of there. That's not one of my one of the most interesting ones on here. Now we start getting into the stuff most people haven't heard. A song called Brian. I have no idea who in the heck Brian is, but it's a pretty cool song. I even read the lyrics. I still don't know who Brian is, but it's kind of just a really short, kind of an Iron Maiden inspired song. It's got a pretty cool little guitar melody. Vocals, Hansi's on here, and Hansi wasn't always the great singer that he is now. I mean, it was a work in progress, but he's kind of pitchy. It's a little rough on here. He's definitely trying to find his voice, and this definitely is not the Hansi you and I know today. So, but the song itself isn't bad. I actually kind of like it. Then there's Dead of the Night, which honestly, this and Brian are probably the 2 best songs on here, in my opinion. I would even like to do a cover of these songs one day, maybe. But Dead of the Night's a little kind of like Brian, kind of just traditional metal, a little bit of Iron Maiden. I don't know what you want to say. It's actually pretty memorable, really good chorus. The lead guitar stuff's pretty cool on here. Andre sounds a little bit more, he sounds like himself on like Battalions of Fear, just maybe a little more simpler, but not bad at all. Symphonies of Doom, the song, is actually interesting. Now, there was a time when Hansi almost wasn't the vocalist. So there was this other guy who actually played guitar before Marcus. I never really knew how to say Marcus Seepin's name. I think it's Seepin. I don't know. Before him was another guy named Marcus that played rhythm guitars. His name's Marcus Dork. It might be pronounced differently, but that's definitely how it's spelled, Marcus Dork. So he also almost became a singer. So he actually did some vocal parts on the song Symphonies of Doom along with Hansi. Like Hansi did a section, and Marcus Dork would do a section. And Marcus Dork has a pretty cool, a decent, like, I don't know, voice for power metal, I guess, but he kind of suffers from the same issues as Hansi, just really amateurish, very, very pitchy. I am Tonto, I'm no fool. But honestly, I think he has a cool enough voice. If he would have got some vocal training, he probably would have been really good. We know how good Hansi is and how good vocal training works. So yeah. So it's funny they've had two rhythm guitarists by the name of Marcus. So I guess if you play rhythm guitar for Blind Guardian, you have to be named Marcus. So yeah, that's pretty interesting. The song itself, Symphonies of Doom, is pretty cool. Starts off with a little bit of a classical-ish sounding, melodies, and it's really cool. You can really hear Hansi's bass playing on there. Hansi was a pretty decent bass player from the sounds of it. I kind of wish he still did that part in the band too, but I get why he gave that up. It would be hard to sing what he sings now and play bass. I get that. And then the last track is Lucifer's Heritage. It's actually just an instrumental. Sounds a lot like Iron Maiden or something. A lot of the Iron Maiden type of harmonies and some triplets, gallops. Almost sounds like something Iced Earth could have done on a demo. Pretty cool. It's one of my favorite tracks for sure. So honestly, I do jam to these from time to time. Like when I think about it, they're decent songs. They definitely don't outdo anything from like Battalions of Fear, really. Maybe they could have if they've been, had a makeover. But honestly, I think it's interesting. It's a great addition to have with like Battalions of Fear, because it's the same era, that same old school Blind Guardian era where they're all kind of figuring themselves out. Even Battalions of Fear, it still sounds like they're trying to figure themselves out. Like they don't really know exactly where they're going to go. They're just making what they can for the time, and it's pretty neat. That's a time that you'll never get back from these bands. They're totally surpassed that level, so it's something I kind of cherish, these old raw days of my favorite bands. But that's pretty much it. And yeah, I don't know. I think it'd be cool to check this out. It's kind of cool to have in your collection, even though I don't think it's official in any way. Even though it does have a UPC thing on it, I don't get it. I'll show you the inside. I mean, very, very nice packaging. So I don't know. But yeah, that's really all I got to say about that. Until next time, guys, thanks for watching.